Hi, fans of high quality entertainment. So this is, a little different. I came across this article, the 50 best rock albums ever, from Classic Rock website. So it was published October of 2019. What I thought I would do, and, I'm always interested in what my viewers think, because sometimes I can be wrong. Don't tell anybody. I'm going to go through their selection. Well, right here, 50 best rock albums ever. So I'm going to either say yes or no, even if the album wouldn't be on my personal top 50 list. I'm thinking in general if it deserves to be in somebody's top 50 albums, right? Just in general. Not that there aren't fans of all of these albums, of course. So don't take this too seriously. It's just fun. Okay, so like right away, there's one of these albums that I don't think belongs on a 50 best rock albums ever, but we'll get to it. Here we go. Yes, it wouldn't be on my list, but I could see it being on somebody else's top 50. I actually prefer Sandinista. No, just for me. Uh, I can think of many other albums that are better than any Metallica album. I'm just not a big fan. So, but if it's on your list, I respect that. Like I said, this is just for high quality entertainment. It wouldn't be on my list, but I would say yes. That is it's probably my favorite AC/DC album. And Whole Lotta Rosie is my favorite AC/DC song. So it wouldn't be on my list, but I'll say yes. Uh, yeah, I would say yes. It wouldn't be on my list, but it's it's known as one of the great rock albums. And I do like it, but yes. Almost any Led Zeppelin album I could see being in the top 50. No. Would that be on your list? Let me know in the comment section below. Yes, for sure. Yeah. Probably would be in my top 50 also. Might not be in my top 50, but I could see it being in, you know, other people's top 50. I would say yes, although for me, it wouldn't be in my top 50, but it is a great album. Now, I'm going to say yes because I'm not a big Van Halen fan, but I totally, respect, especially the early years of Van Halen. And I think that's one of the greatest debut albums. It wouldn't be in my top 50, but I agree that it could be in other people's top 50 in general, right? Yes. Don't get me started. I hope Glenn Kellaway from the basement isn't watching this. Yeah, I've just become such a huge fan of the Beach Boys in the past year. I've always, really liked them, of course. But Pet Sounds, Wild Honey, Friends, Sunflower, The Beach Boys Love You, Holland, they're all great albums. No. Just say no to Metallica. No, not in my top 50, and it shouldn't be in your top 50. Yes, once again, wouldn't be in my top 50, but I could see it being, on average in a lot of people's top 50. Kiss Alive. I bought that when it came out. I was a big Kiss fan back in the day. I bought their first album, I think the week it came out. Um, I guess I would say yes. It wouldn't be in my top 500 now, but I could see it being in a lot of people's top 50. Yes, for a lot of David Bowie albums, I wouldn't disagree. Slayer? Nope. Would it be in your top 50? Rush 2112? Yep, great Canadian content. It wouldn't be in my top 50, but I could see it, being in many others' top 50. Nope. Iron Maiden? No, I said no to Iron Maiden. AC/DC, Highway to Hell? Not in my top 50, but I agree seeing it on this list. Faith No More, good band, but no, I don't think they belong in the top 50. Yep, Bruce Springsteen. My favorite is actually Tunnel of Love, but that is a classic for sure. So it deserves to be in a lot of people's top 50. Pearl Jam 10. Yeah, I don't know. Most fans love the first Pearl Jam, and then, the other albums, maybe not as much for the most part. But I prefer Versus or Vitology more than 10. But I'll say yes, because it was such a popular album, and seems a lot of people love it. No, I said no to Metallica. Of course, the Beatles. Yes. Tool. Oh, I hope Morse Gotro isn't watching. Tool is his favorite band. No. Morse is going to unsubscribe from both of my channels now. Rainbow Rising? No. Deep Purple? But not Rainbow. Not for me. Yeah, the debut album by Black Sabbath. Any of the early Black Sabbaths I could see being on this list. Yes to Deep Purple, made in Japan. Wouldn't be in my top 50, but I still agree with this being on the list. Another Black Sabbath, yep, Paranoid. For my top 50, I might have Sabotage. I think that's my favorite Black Sabbath album. Deep Purple Machine Head wouldn't be in my top 50, but it is a great album, and I agree with it being on a top 50 list. Yes to the Beatles. Always say yes to the Beatles. And always say no to Def Leppard. I actually bought that album. Rush Moving Pictures, yeah, very popular Rush album. Wouldn't be in my top 50, but it's a great album. See, Exile on Main Street is a really good album, but I would go with, if it was Sticky Fingers, I would say yes, because that would be in my top 50. But let me know in the comment section below if that would be in your top 50. Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. Not my favorite Pink Floyd, but I could see it being in the top 50. My choice would be either their debut or Dark Side of the Moon. Probably both of them would be in my top 50. Yes, always say yes to yes. At least if John Anderson is in the band. For me, it would probably be Tales from Topographic Oceans in my top 50. I might have more than one Yes album, though. No, not one of my favorite Pink Floyd albums. Boy, that's a really difficult one. Yes, that would be probably number 1 or number 2 for me. It's between Abbey Road and the Beatles' White Album. All right, the top 10. I think we need more I just said, I think we need more Led Zeppelin, and there it is. That would definitely be possibly my top 10. I should, I've done it in the past, but I should do a new top 50 albums list. Yeah, my favorite Led Zeppelin album. I said, say no to Iron Maiden. I know that's Keith Richards' favorite AC/DC album. It's not my favorite, but it's still good. So I'm going to say no, because there's other AC/DC albums that deserve to be in the top 50. For me. Once again, yes, that would be in my top 10 for sure. I'm going to say yes, but there's other, I prefer Innuendo or their debut or Sheer Heart Attack. But if somebody else has this in their top 50, I agree. Led Zeppelin 4. Yep. It would be my top 52 probably. No. Yes. Back in Black. I could see that being in a lot of people's top 50. It wouldn't be in mine, but deserves to be in the top 50 for sure. 2 to go. Isn't this exciting? God, no. Please, no. Get it out of here. And number 1, what would be number 1? Beatles' White Album hasn't been shown, but I don't think that would be number 1. The Rolling Stones' Sticky Fingers, Fleetwood Mac. No, I saw rumors on here, didn't I? I don't know. What is it? Oh, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. Yep. I think I prefer, like I said, the debut Metal, but Dark Side of the Moon is a great album. So I could see it being in a top 50 list. So that is it. I would love your thoughts in the comments section below. Please remember to like the video, Make sure you're subscribed to both of my channels and leave a comment below like I just said. Have a great day. Bye.